Joon-woo walks into the restaurant determined to stop the proposal. To understand what really took him there, let's go back to the beginning. In the lavish ambience of Seoul's premier dining establishment, Selene's world crumbled as her former husband, the formidable underworld leader Seo Joon-woo, emerged from the shadows of her past. His commanding tone cut through the moment, interrupting Ethan's proposal halfway. "That band isn't meant for her hand," Joon-woo stated firmly, his intense stare sparking a prohibited flame within Selene's heart. Peril throbbed as his guards isolated the area, envy and ownership stirring a fierce commitment in Joon-woo that he'd suppressed for years. Their paths crashed together in deception and yearning, awakening something unattainable, enduring affection amidst deadly risks. Welcome to Black Tiger Ops TV. Please like, share, and subscribe. Selene stiffened, her voluptuous figure quivering under the sophisticated evening gown she'd selected for her supposed fresh start. Ethan, the appealing American she'd encountered at her design exhibition half a year prior, was on one knee, the sparkling jewel gleaming like an empty vow. Yet now, Seo Joon-woo loomed there, imposing and authoritative in his custom attire, his deep gaze fixing on hers with a force that halted everything. The venue's chatter faded as his four protectors created a barrier, separating their spot from curious onlookers. "Pardon." Ethan stood, his bold American demeanor conflicting with the subtle dread Selene detected. He hadn't identified this intruder, not immediately, but Selene had. 5 years reconstructing her existence in Seoul, establishing herself as Selene Rivers, emerging stylist, and it all risked collapsing instantly. Joon-woo's mouth formed a grin that stayed cold in his eyes. "She still bears mine." His statement landed heavily, and Selene's palm automatically shielded the subtle ink on her ring finger, a detailed pattern representing their bond, the sole trace she couldn't force herself to remove regardless of the past. Ethan faced her, bewilderment marking his attractive face. "Selene, what's this about?" Before a reply came, Joon-woo advanced, his aura dominating, like a thundercloud overshadowing brightness. "I'm Seo Joon-woo, her spouse." The label weighed profoundly, infused with claim that caused a chill along Selene's back. She longed to refute it, to declare their separation final, but reality gnawed. On paper, perhaps, but in his domain, ties like theirs didn't vanish simply. The venue overseer neared cautiously, but a single look from Joon-woo's team prompted withdrawal. Ethan's complexion drained as understanding arrived. CO Enterprises, the cover for one of Seoul's dominant hidden networks. "Selene, explain this." Joon-woo disregarded him, attention fixed on Selene. "I'm reclaiming my own, Selene. Return with me." Her pulse pounded, a sharp blend of alarm and a profound, riskier pull, an ancient allure rekindling. 5 years earlier, she'd escaped his realm of darkness and threat, but currently, with foes approaching, his safeguard seemed a necessity she couldn't reject. Later that night, as the luxury sedan smoothly navigated Seoul's vibrant roadways, Selene remained tense next to Joon-woo, the plush interior a divide against his emanating warmth. Urban glows smeared past, reflecting her inner turmoil. Ethan's deceit ached newly. He'd been an operative, exploiting her to breach Joon-woo's activities. How had she missed it? "You tracked my location constantly," she charged, tone firm despite shaky fingers. Joon-woo's features tensed, silhouette defined in faint illumination. "Without fail. I granted freedom because it was required, yet protection never ceased." His revelation held an openness rare from the figure dreaded throughout Seoul's shadows. "Why intervene now?" she questioned, shifting toward him. His sight connected, profound and fervent, reigniting that irresistible draw she'd attempted to bury. "Because they're exploiting you to ruin me. I refuse to permit it." His fingers grazed hers unintentionally, igniting tingles across her. She withdrew, yet the strain intensified, a gradual blaze kindling among them. The vehicle arrived at the elevated residence, its sleek structure now reinforced like a stronghold, sentries monitoring grounds. Selene exited, bypassing Joon-woo's extended palm, her steps resounding boldly on stone. Within, The entrance hall resonated with recollections, their rapid romance, the extravagant ceremony uniting her to his hazardous life. Mrs. Choi, the devoted attendant, inclined deeply. Home at last, Madame Seo. This isn't permanent, Selene maintained, though the phrase rang empty as Joon-woo's stare trailed her assent. In the visitor quarters, her bags awaited, beside a garment from her forthcoming line. How had he acquired it? Insight struck. He'd aided her profession remotely, influencing outcomes unbeknownst to her. Resentment rose, mixed with unwilling appreciation. She donned the deep indigo outfit, its material embracing her form, and went down for the meal, bracing against the one who captivated her emotions. Joon-woo lingered by the setting, urban panorama shining through transparent panels. His gaze deepened with admiration upon her nearness. Stunning, he said quietly, seating her. Meal and clarifications, she stated calmly, disregarding her inner stir. As attendants served the opening dish, he inclined ahead. Multiple entities, American, Chinese, Korean, aim at my dealings. They placed operatives around you, your aide, provider, even nearby resident. Celine's utensil dropped. All my surroundings fabricated? Not entirely. His tone gentled. Your skill is genuine. I merely prevented misuse. Envy nodded inside, not over Ethan, but imagining admirers pursuing Joon-woo during her absence. Why avoid another union? Ensure legacy for your domain. His look sharpened. My wife exists already. The ownership in his voice surged warmth through her, a perilous echo of their connection. The supper concluded with silent strain suspended. Joon-woo accompanied her to quarters, halting outside. Rest well, Selene. More discussion tomorrow. She agreed, shutting the entrance, yet rest escaped. His nearness revived suppressed desires, rendering opposition seeming pointless. The following dawn, rays filled the residence as Selene walked the balcony, beverage in grasp. Joon-woo appeared, attired flawlessly for Seo Enterprises' duties. Commitments await, but guards will maintain security. Remain until threats are handled. I'm no captive, she countered, her shape highlighted by light, capturing his attention despite restraint. You're essential. He neared, envy sparking as he noted. No repeats of Ethan. Her beat accelerated at his claim. You released me once. Why assert now? Because your departure roused unbreakable loyalty in me. He reduced gap. Exhale warm near her, strain sparking vividly. By noon, Selene explored the metropolis escorted, intent on autonomy. At her workspace, she examined patterns, but gossip trailed, links to Seo Joon-woo circulating rapidly. Her aide, Jiun, offered a drink. All right. You appear preoccupied. Selene observed her, Joon-woo's alerts resounding. Was Jiun involved? Suspicion seized as she departed, seeking a close eatery for calm. There, an attractive peer from design events, Victor, noticed her. Selene, sit with me. He charmed freely, fingers lightly touching hers while praising her creations. Unknown to her, Joon-woo's contact informed immediately. Rage surged in him amid corporate session. Another daring contact? That night, Joon-woo came back sooner, locating Selene in the study, drawing. The individual at the eatery? She glanced up, surprised. A peer. Reason? His features hardened, envy unrestrained. Avoid him. Sharing isn't an option. The claim kindled response in her. You allowed freedom before. Why demand currently? Because absence ignited devotion I can't deny. He bridged distance, nearness charged intensely. A few days later, peril heightened. Selene got a menacing message at workspace. We understand CO ties. Comply or face consequences. Fear gripped as she contacted Joon-woo. He reached swiftly, team fortifying sight. This concludes soon, he pledged, drawing her protectively close. Her fragility emerged, moisture gathering. I believed independence achieved. Safety lies here. His hold firmed, gentle press to brow evoking desire. Yet uncertainty persisted. Would he depart post-crisis? Later that night, dispute ignited in residence office. You directed my achievements. Mere facade. Selene charged, striding angrily. Joon-woo's sight flared. Space granted, but watching hardship unbearable. Act of affection, not dominance. Affection? You allowed terror. She moved to exit, but he grasped arm, drawing near. Exhales intertwined, resistance erupting into openness. Losing you terrified more. His mouth grazed hers tentatively, intensifying with accumulated passion. Yearning rose, breathless and profound, yielding to seclusion. The next dawn, Selene roused solitary, dread clutching. Error? Rejection incoming? She prepared hastily, departing pre-light, seeking isolation. Joon-woo noted absence later, anxiety driving pursuit. He activated resources, determined. My duty to safeguard, he stated firmly to team. By afternoon, he located her at remote lodging outside Seoul. Entering forcefully, he faced her. Why flee? After all, moisture spilled. Feared abandonment as prior. Impossible. He dropped to knee, revealing band. Their initial, renewed. Unite again. Remain. Feelings surged as she consented, hold confirming vow. Yet, threat hovered. That night, adversaries attacked convoy towards secure location. Shots rang as protectors countered, but Selene seized amid disorder, vehicle fleeing. Joon-woo's reality fractured. City falls if needed for her return, he declared, assembling forces for conflict. A strained night ensued, Joon-woo breaching foe's storage. Projectiles soared, but resolve triumphed. He discovered Selene restrained, marked, but resolute. Joon-woo, she exclaimed as he freed, palms shaking with ease. World ends for you, he breathed, lifting to refuge among retaliation's blaze. The next day, in residence-protected area, Selene healed under his vigilance. Gentle gestures ensued, blooms from preferred source, dishes tailored, serene instances sharing readings. Envy reemerged when physician lingered during check. Joon-woo's stare dispatched him. Touch reserved for me. Her chuckle softened, claiming forever, eternally. He confessed, tenderness revealing in openness. A week later, exposures burst, press revelations on Joon-woo's hidden connections, spurred by remnants. Alarm spread, but he defended Selene, addressing media at Seo Enterprises. Family above everything, he announced, Selene beside, solidarity silencing talk. Privately, strain mounted. This existence frightens, she admitted. Safety ensured, he vowed, commitment steadfast. That night, tempest howled as dispute renewed. Control isn't possible always. Selene yelled, flashes highlighting her form. Joon-woo drew near. But affection endures. Passionate warmth guided another secluded instance, rooted in comfort and desire. The following dawn, Selene remained, connection fortifying through turmoil. By week's close, Joon-woo eradicated adversary group, precise assault claiming win with price. Injuries confining him temporarily. Selene tended, fragility evident. Loss unimaginable. Never. Palm to face ignited addictive spark. A few days later, calm arrived. Joon-woo gifted exclusive display space, her line featured. Ambitions fulfilled independently. Gratitude moisture as envy dissolved, trust replacing. Later that night, under garden celestial view, he proposed formally. My spouse once more completely. Affirmative, she murmured, band fitting, hope awakening. Months flew in preparations. Ceremony private, in hidden soul venue, protection guaranteed. Selene, glowing in custom creation embracing shape, advanced to Joon-woo, his sight tender with affection. Promises shared, united by touch, surroundings vanishing. Escape to isolated retreat island deepened tie. Secluded evenings brimming emotional depth reinforced union. Back, Selene's profession flourished. Joon-woo's realm further validated via her guidance. One night, Selene sensed movement, verifying. Child on way. Joon-woo's delight profound, kneeling to caress. Our legacy. Yet remnants stirred, a fresh corporate undermining on Seo Enterprises from past foes. Joon-woo responded rapidly, his guardian drive amplified now that Selene carried their child. None approaches you or our offspring, he declared. his voice a low growl that sent shivers through her. He spent nights strategizing, his hand often resting possessively on the gentle curve of her belly, as if shielding their future with his touch alone. Selene, resilient yet open to his fierce protection, stood firmly beside him. United, we face whatever comes, she whispered one evening, her fingers threading through his as they overlooked the city lights. The simple contact ignited sparks, his gaze darkening with that familiar hunger. The crisis peaked during a high-stakes boardroom confrontation where adversaries dared to challenge them directly. Joon-woo's controlled fury shielded Selene, his sharp commands and calculated moves unraveling the sabotage scheme with ruthless precision. As the threats crumbled, he pulled her close in the empty room afterward, his breath hot against her ear. "No one takes from us," he murmured, lips brushing her neck in a way that made her knees weaken, desire pooling despite the tension. Triumph secured, they retreated to the mansion, his arms encircling her expanding form from behind as they stood on the terrace. The city sprawled below, but his world narrowed to her. The warmth of her body pressed against him, the subtle swell that proved their love's endurance. His hands roamed gently over her curves, reverent yet possessive, tracing paths that left her breathless and aching for more. A month later, as her pregnancy advanced, jealousy flared unexpectedly at a glamorous charity gala. A suave business partner lingered too long, his compliments too warm, eyes tracing her glowing figure. Joon-woo's firm grasp tightened at her waist, a silent warning that sent the man retreating. "Mine alone," he whispered later in the car, his thumb stroking her skin through the silk of her gown, voice thick with restrained need. Her soft laugh only fueled him. "And you are mine," she replied, leaning into him. The ride home stretched with unbearable tension, stolen glances, fingers intertwining, his free hand resting high on her thigh. Once inside, the door barely closed before he captured her mouth in a deep, devouring kiss. Backs against the wall, hands exploring with urgent tenderness, mindful of her condition. Heat built until they surrendered to the privacy of their suite, emotions and longing intertwining in a fade-to-black blaze of passion that left them tangled and sated. By the middle stage of her pregnancy, deeper family issues surfaced. Joon-woo's long-estranged brother resurfaced, dragging up old rivalries and buried resentments that threatened the empire's stability. Selene, with her innate empathy and quiet strength, stepped in to bridge the divide during tense dinners. Her gentle words and understanding touch eased the strains, reminding Joon-woo of the light she brought to his shadowed world. "Renewal is possible if we choose it," she said one night, her hand on his arm grounding him. His commitment deepened further. He made quiet sacrifices, delegating more authority to trusted allies just to carve out hours by her side, reading to her as she rested, massaging away aches with hands that knew every curve of her body, whispering promises that made her heart race. Later that week, a sudden health alert struck. Selene collapsed faintly from accumulated stress during a design meeting. Joon-woo dropped everything, rushing her to the private clinic, his usually impenetrable facade cracked with raw worry as he held her hand in the ambulance. "Physicians advise complete repose," he told her softly in the recovery room, clasping her palm like a lifeline, eyes never leaving hers. "I will manage all burdens now." His vulnerability in that moment pulled them impossibly closer, his gentle side fully exposed as he stayed through the night, forehead pressed to hers in silent reassurance. A few days later, feeling restored, Selene began sketching nursery designs from bed, soft pastels, and elegant lines reflecting their shared dreams. Joon-woo watched over her devotedly, bringing trays of her favorite fruits, adjusting pillows with careful hands, his gaze lingering on the way pregnancy enhanced her natural allure. Curves fuller, skin radiant, stirring that magnetic pull stronger than ever. Authority pressures mounted soon after. Official inquiries delved into his past dealings, casting shadows over Seo Enterprises. He shielded her completely, attending hearings alone, his testimony fierce and unyielding. "For our tomorrow and our child's." he revealed one evening upon return, exhaustion etched in his features, yet softened by her waiting embrace. Her earlier resistance dissolved entirely. She welcomed his unwavering faithfulness, pulling him close to erase the day's weight with tender touches. That night, in their elevated penthouse with panoramic views over Seoul's glittering expanse, they shared visions of the future. Our offspring will know solely affection and warmth, she voiced, nestled against his chest. And unbreakable safeguard, he added. His palms played protectively over her belly where faint movements fluttered. The intimacy of the moment built slowly, soft kisses trailing along her collarbone, breaths mingling, hands exploring with reverent hunger until emotion overtook them, leading to another deeply connective fade-to-black encounter filled with whispered endearments and overwhelming closeness. As delivery neared, stakes remained elevated. A ultimate assault by persistent remnants occurred during what should have been a casual venture to a prenatal appointment, masked assailants ambushing their convoy on a quiet road. Joon-woo's elite team repelled the attack with precision, but the intense fright and adrenaline surge induced premature contractions. Panic gripped him as he cradled Selene in the reinforced vehicle, barking orders while soothing her with steady words and tight hold. In the hospital's private wing, he supported her through every wave, never leaving her side, his strong hands intertwined with hers, voice a constant anchor of love and strength. "You are my everything. Stay with me," he pleaded during the hardest moments, vulnerability raw. Their daughter entered the world with a strong cry, delicate and utterly perfect, igniting sheer, transformative bliss in him. Tears, rare for the feared Seo Joon-woo, glistened as he cradled the tiny bundle, then looked to Selene with awe. "All of this, the life, the light, you gifted me everything," he whispered, voice thick with emotion. She beamed through weary exhaustion, complete at last. "Together, we overcame every shadow, every storm." Months blurred into years of quiet triumph. Their daughter grew vibrant and cherished, surrounded by unwavering love and ironclad security in the fortified, yet warm home they'd built. Celine's design empire expanded globally, her collections inspired by the depth of their bond, while Joon-woo steered his legitimate ventures to new heights, the underworld ties severed cleanly for their family's sake. Evenings often found them on the terrace, his arms around her from behind, watching their little one play under guarded watch. Jealousy had long faded into playful possessiveness, quick kisses stolen when attention wandered, heated glances across rooms promising later privacy. One such night, years after the chaos, with their daughter asleep and the city quiet below, Joon-woo pulled Selene close under the stars. His hands framed her face, thumbs tracing her lips before claiming them in a slow, deepening kiss that reignited every spark from their first collision. "You awakened me that night in the restaurant," he murmured against her skin, voice husky. "And every day since, you've owned me completely." Her breath caught as his touch wandered, familiar yet eternally electrifying. "And you never truly let me go," she replied, arching into him. The pull proved irresistible once more, tension building through lingering caresses, whispered desires, bodies pressing closer until they retreated indoors, surrendering to the enduring fire in a passionately emotional fade-to-black reunion that reaffirmed their unbreakable connection. In the years that followed, their family expanded with a son, then quiet stability settled. Scandals never resurfaced, dangers remained buried. Love had conquered every trauma, every fear, proving that what awakened impossibly in him that fateful evening was eternal. As unit, they prospered, Selene radiant in her strength, Joon-woo softened yet fiercely protective, their children thriving in a world shaped by devotion. Their story, born from collision and peril, endured as a testament to passion that burned brighter than any shadow. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to access other interesting Mafia story. Write to us as your words inspire us the more.